Good afternoon. My name is Karen. Mental disorders in children can cause serious changes in their lives. According to the CDC, mental health problems affect 1 in 5 young people at any given time. And about 2/3 of all young people with mental health problems are not getting the help that they need. Today, I am going to share how the HR 4025 Mental Health in Schools Excellence Program, Act of 2019, should be passed to provide more qualified health providers. You will better understand the importance of this bill and how this bill can benefit students in schools and provide more mental health providers to support younger people today. First, I will discuss the background of this bill. Second, I will discuss with you about what the HR 4025 bill is about. And finally, some of the advantages of this bill. The HR 4025 Mental Health and Schools Excellence Program Act bill was introduced in the House on July 25, 2019 by Congresswoman Suzanne Wild and Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick. What this bill is about is to establish the Mental Health and Schools Excellence Program to increase the recruitment of school-based mental health services providers and for other purposes. This bill was presented to address the critical shortage of mental health professionals like psychologists, social workers, and counselors. Congresswoman Suzanne Wild said, "As a country, we have to begin taking mental health concerns seriously, as schools often serve the front lines of supporting our young people when they are most in need. In schools, we have different types of help and assistance, but being able to grant students mental health services and help that they need is something every school should consider." Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick said that only 20% of American youth receive the mental health services that they need, and further action must be taken to expand access to service in school. Brian Fitzpatrick has made school safety a top priority during his time in Congress. He was also a representative for a Stand Up Act of 2019, which was a bill designed to encourage states and encourage the implement and expand evidence based on suicide prevention and training. In addition, with this bill, the Secretary will carry out the program under where its eligible graduate and institutions may enter in agreement with the Secretary to cover a portion of the cost and attendance for participating students. President of the National Association of Schools, psychologist Leslie Page, said, "Schools play a critical role in meeting the mental and behavioral health needs of children and youth, which are reaching a crisis point." With that being said, this bill can be an important role in schools and in students. A school psychologist, Julia Zarko, mentioned that 2 of the main issues in our educational school systems are the growing mental health and the wellness need of our students, but also the shortage of individuals in the field of school psychology. Apart from this, some of the advantages of the HR 4025 Mental Health in Schools Excellence Program are that there will be graduate programs to cover up to 100% of attendance costs for students who complete 5 years of service as a school-based mental health service provider. The legislation addresses that critical shortage of the mental health professionals like the school psychologists, social workers, and counselors. They're going to expand access to school-based mental health services so that every student has an equal chance to succeed. Furthermore, having early identification and more accurate diagnosis and effective treatments on mental health. I personally am for this bill as it could alleviate enormous suffering from younger people, having more healthcare providers that can help young people and their families who are dealing with the behavioral challenges and will be able to provide assistance. Today, I first talked to you about the background of the HR 4025 Mental Health in Schools Excellence Program Act bill. Next, I shared with you some information about the bill and what's being said. And finally, some of the advantages for this bill to be passed. Thank you.